I'll start it all over again.
It had enough of me.
I guess so, or enough of me. I don't know. Phil Boyd in Chicago, how you doing, my man? How's the gas station business? See if he says anything. I don't know, but there's a business you could help.
The gas station business.
Yes, they sell gas stations around the country, and yeah, a very specific niche.
That is an awesome niche.
And Phil, we'll have to talk offline later. But back to you and words that click. What are some things that people out there in the business world right now, what are a couple of 3 things that maybe are pet peeves to you that, man, if they had that knowledge, it would really make a difference for them? That they could just, maybe it's something they could even make a change today with.
Boy, let's see. I would say one of the things that's a pet peeve of mine is people who focus on tactics instead of strategy.
What do you mean?
So a tactic is email marketing. A tactic is Google AdWords. A tactic is teleprospecting. There are hundreds, maybe thousands of different tactics out there you can apply to marketing. Any and all of them can and do work. Whether they work or not comes down to the strategy that you have supporting them. And it's very easy. I know, there are so many tactics out there and people pitching tactics, and the tactic du jour that, if I do this, that's going to turn my business around.
If I do 100 calls a day, it's going to turn my business around.
Every day, and especially online, there's the newest social media platform or the newest.
If I Marco Polo 100 people today, I'm going to turn my business around.
Is that a thing?
That is a thing.
That's not a thing.
It is. Marco Polo is an app. Yeah.
Oh, God.
So it's basically a video text messenger where I can send you a video of me and you can respond at your leisure. So it's like a text, but it's all video. Yeah. So it's the Snapchat of the day. It's the Instagram of the du jour.
Exactly my point.
Right.
And it probably will work wonderfully for some people.
Exactly.
But whether it works or not has to do with the strategy behind it.
Okay. So most people are focusing on tactics.
Most people focus on tactics, but if you get the strategy right, the messaging, the calls to action, things like that, you understand who you're targeting, the strategic foundation of it all. If you get that down, then the tactics become easy, and you can actually have success with multiple tactics if you have the strategy. So that's a big one for
Phil,
me.
you're watching out there right now. What are some tactics you see that's it's in line with my strategy, or maybe I can tweak that? If you type that in, we can share that with everybody. If you don't want to, we won't. So tactics versus strategy.
Yes.
What around strategy would you like more people doing? Because strategy, it's of course I got a strategy. I got a strategy for my diet. I got a strategy with my wife, my kids. My business is super simple, but probably not.
Well, I'll throw one out there, and I think I caught David Berger talking about this too.
Okay, good.
And I think he was talking, and I walked in kind of in the middle, but I think I know where he was going with it or where he was coming from. But he was talking about that company that could not compete with the big soda.
Jones Soda.
Yes.
Yes.
So I have an email coming out about this very topic on Monday.
Make sure you sign up. It'll be in the show notes.
Which, by the way, this email is my favorite subject line that I've ever used, and I'm not going to share it. You're just going to have to.
You'll have to register for Words That Click.
Go to wordsthatclick.com. At the top, there's a banner. You can sign up for my daily email. If you want to just get it through Monday and then unsubscribe, that's fine. But so I'm covering this very topic in my email on Monday, and it was about a company that couldn't compete with the big fish. So they niched it down. They found out who their ideal prospects were, who they were having success with already, and they built a very targeted marketing strategy just to those prospects. They didn't try to be everything to everybody. They just niched it down, and they have 6-7 years now of month-over-month profitable growth.
I like that.
Strategy.
Don't look at me. Look at the people out there in the camera land.
I can look at both.
You can look at
multiple times over.
Exactly.
It's almost like that mirror. There's me looking at me, looking at you.
For those of you listening right now that can't see that, it's really cool. Media is cool. That's why we're in Medici Media Space. What else beyond? So we'll have people look out for that, especially in your newsletter, because I really want to see it now. What are other things that could be a pet peeve of yours that it's like, this is almost common sense to you, but maybe people just overlook it because sometimes common sense ain't so common.
So I come from the direct response marketing world. I am not a branding guy.
Mm-hmm.
I will not sit around obsessing over logos and pixels on websites and colors and things like that. A lot of people gravitate toward that kind of marketing because it's what we're all exposed to, like Super Bowl commercials, magazine ads, things like that. People put a logo and a fancy slogan or cutesy slogan or whatever, and they're like, oh, okay, well, that's a marketing ad, so that's what I should do for my company.
Right.
I'm a direct response guy, and if I had to kind of describe the difference between the two, branding is like the Goodyear blimp. Okay, so the Goodyear, they have their blimp, flies over the stadium, and they hope that the people that are at the stadium see the blimp. At some point down the road, when they have a flat tire, they remember Goodyear, think fondly of Goodyear, and go out and buy Goodyear tires.
Okay. That's branding.
That's branding.
Okay.
All right. Direct response is I'm going to give you a fleet of blimp drones. Which, I mean, who wouldn't want a fleet of
I kind of want to, yes.
Yes. Okay. So, but every morning, your fleet of blimp drones flies out, and they hover over the driveway or the parking lot of the person that just walked out and found that they have a flat tire. And it could drop a little flyer with a call to action, directions to the nearest tire shop, maybe a coupon, something like that, prompting them to take that action. Because we know that target audience has a problem that we can solve, and we give them a way to solve it and give them a direct response way to take advantage of it.
So what I hear there is like, one, that they're listening because they're taking action straight away with your product or service.
Yeah. You know who your target audience is, you know the problem they have, and you make them an offer they can't refuse.
I like it.
Yeah.
An offer I can't refuse. That's tough sometimes. Especially when it comes to fun stuff like this. So anything else that you want to share right now, or should we save that special stuff for a future episode?
I think we should save it for a future episode, selfishly, partially because I have a meeting to get to.
You're always busy. You're always on the go.
Always.
You're on the go.
Just today. Really. Like yesterday, I could have sat here all day and talked shop with you.
No, you couldn't, because I was doing my stuff. So all that being said, thank you. Oh, I will part with this because I know you have to go, but we're still under the 12-minute mark. What Medici Marketplace?
Yes.
You've been a member longer than I have of Medici Media Space, but Marketplace is different.
Yes.
What do you really like about Marketplace?
There are just so many awesome companies here. Like, I've been coming to these Monday afternoon marketing meetings.
Yeah.
And like all along, I just thought any business that were to sit down with the brain power of people in this room, like, you could pay hundreds of dollars easily.
Oh, I would say thousands.
Easily.
Yeah.
Yes. And walk out of there with a totally transformed business.
Completely. And, I think my little SB, sales enablement selling strategy, Sean Brady, I think that'll be a good example of that here in the near future that we'll launch and share statistics and results with.
Yes.
So,
yeah.
Another thing for you people out there in podcast land to look forward to. So, and you on video as well, whether it be Facebook Live or Facebook or YouTube or some other medium that hasn't come up yet.
Marco Polo,
Instagram. I don't know, right? You didn't even know.
I had no idea.
Or the one that's coming up tomorrow. Who knows? Change is inevitable.
And it will. It will.
It is.
Yeah.
It's a given.
And you know what? If you had a good strategy,
it wouldn't matter.
Would probably work. well for you too. Yeah.
Don't focus on tactics. Focus on strategy. And Brett C. Klein, thanks for watching. Phil, fabulous. Not just pretty good, really great. Thanks for watching out there in Facebook land, and thanks for watching or listening to wherever you're at on social media. We'll see you sooner than not. And we're out on the podcast, and we're out on the video.